This video is going to cover the SNAP changes to the CARES Act that was signed in March. It's going to be about the maximum benefits each state is giving you. It's going to also cover the WIC changes due to COVID-19. I did not want to do like a 45-minute or an hour video, so I'm going to break this up into a series. The next one is going to be about the pandemic EBT. I'm going to do one about online EBT use and things of that nature. As of March 2020, over 56 million people were utilizing SNAP benefits, which the majority of us know as food stamps. Because of the CARES Act, which was signed March 18th, that's actually phase 2. Because of that act, which is the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, Economic Security Act, a lot of changes will come to the SNAP benefits and low-income people. One of the main benefits that I want to talk about first is going to be maximizing benefits for everyone utilizing SNAP for 2 months, which would be March and April. 48 states are going to be using this benefit to increase the allotment that these families receive. So for the month of March, the additional benefits will be added to the maximum for the household size by the end of March. If your state, for some reason, didn't get the waiver in time, you will get, and whenever they get approved, you will get it in April, and then subsequently you will get it, whatever your normal benefit day is in April, you will get your April additional benefits on that day that you receive your regular food stamps. Or some states, which I've seen, are going to do it because they haven't gotten the waiver in time. Well, let me backtrack. I apologize. This is a national thing. Every state is approved for this. Your state has to apply for a waiver. The majority of the states have already applied. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go back and backtrack and count the number, but I think it's maybe 20 states that have not applied for the waiver, and therefore it is not in effect at this point. Once your state applies and gets approved, which is going to be pretty much immediate, then you will get the additional benefits on the days that they give you. Somewhere in this video, I'm going to add, probably at the end, I'm going to add each state and what days you will receive the maximum allotted amount for your family size, for your household size. Then I will also include, if the dates are available, I will include the dates. And if they have not put in the waiver yet, I'll add that as well, so you won't have any confusion on when and where. But back to what I was saying, if your state does not get it done, let's say South Carolina did not apply until April for this raise in food stamp benefits, because March has already passed, you will get the benefits in April and May. So if they didn't get approved until April 4th, let's just say April 4th, you will get the benefits for April on whatever day it is in April. Again, I'm not going to assume the day. I just have to look on my chart that I wrote down. And then May's benefits will be whatever your regular time is in May. Some states do not go by that. Some states kind of choose their own day. I know 2 states, what I was looking at early this morning, are doing 2 drops in 1 month, which would be April, 2 drops in April. So it all depends on what your state wants to do. But again, I will put a kind of a chart on here. I'll also add it on Facebook and Twitter, just because it's going to be updating often because of all these states are doing it. Because a lot of families are not getting the maximum benefit, like I said, it's 60% of families that are not getting the maximum benefit because either they're working and it kind of goes by your income, or, whatever the reason is, you're not getting the maximum benefits. You will now receive the maximum benefits regardless of your income, anything like that. This goes by your household size. So I'm going to give you an example. This is me speaking to you as an aunt. Okay, you're a single person. You only qualify for $19 in food stamps. And no, this is not me being funny. A lot of single people, mostly are elderly, only get $19 in SNAP benefits per month. So because you are a single person, just moved out on your own, whatever the reason, you will now get the maximum benefits for one person, which is $194. That is a giant difference from $19. You could I don't know how to explain it anymore. That is a giant difference. And again, that's just for one person. If you are a family of 3, of course, it goes by your household size. If for some reason you were only getting $300 and something, let's say $380 a month for your SNAP benefits, you will now get the max, which if I'm not mistaken is $509 for a family of 3. I'm going to go back and backtrack, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is for a family of 3, which is, again, a big difference. You do not have to do anything to get this. One more time. You do not have to do anything to get this extra benefit. You do not have to call. You do not have to go down there. Of course, you can't go down there because they're closed. You do not have to, put in any paperwork, nothing like that. It is automatic. Again, this is part of the CARES Act, which was signed last month. The only thing that the states have to do is put in the waiver. It is approved, and this will be on your EBT card. One of the other big things I want to notate is with the WIC program. For those of you who don't know, who have never been on WIC, WIC is the Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for women, infants, and children. I'm going to say this beforehand. It has been a long time since I've been in a WIC office, so my memory of it is kind of vague. But I have talked to people within the program and things like that on a business levels. But personally, as far as the process, it's been a while since I've actually gone in with someone and walked through the process with them. Usually when someone applies for WIC, they're either pregnant or they already have a young child. WIC is for pregnant women, breastfeeding women, women with children that are up to age 5 that are usually high risk in a low income area that for some reason would not get all the nutritional needs they would in any other time. WIC offers counseling, which offers breastfeeding. I'm thinking they're breastfeeding teachers. I'm not sure what they're called, but they offer that. They offer, of course, food. They offer, if you're breastfeeding, you get food for, I think it's 6 months or as long as you're breastfeeding. If you're not breastfeeding, right after you've had the child, if I'm not mistaken, you get it 60 days or either 90 days, and then your food benefits stop, but it would continue on for the child up until age 5. While you're pregnant, you would get nutritional items. I can't remember if it's milk or cheeses or cereals or things like that. It could be, but I'll backtrack and make sure that I'm saying this correctly to you guys. But it's just to keep you healthy and everything during the pregnancy. They don't supply like Pampers or anything like that, so that's not a part of WIC. As far as the steps, and this is just going to be a really quick breakdown of what they do. I'll do a separate video on WIC because I did have a video previously, and I'm not sure if I deleted it or I just made it private. But I'm going to do a separate video with an updated information because, again, the last time I've gone in there, they were actually doing paper checks as far as what you could use and what you could buy in the stores. So this has been a while, but I will do an updated video. But what you would need to do is you would need to do a physical. First of all, you need to do paperwork when you first get in there, of course. You would need to do a physical, and that physical would entail something like height, weight, blood pressure. I can't remember. Those may be like the main things that you would get, whether you're pregnant or something like that. If you have young children, then they would get the height and the weight and things like that. You would then go to someone else who would give you any type of counseling if you wanted to do breastfeeding or, anything with your children as far as what you're concerned about, allergies or things like that. You would go to that person. And then, if I'm not mistaken, it was someone else you needed to go to after that. And then they would issue your SNAP benefits, which is now on an EBT card. I'm sorry, not your SNAP benefits. I meant your WIC benefits, which is on an EBT card. There are certain foods that they would give you, and that would be on a list. When I do the WIC video, I'll have all that listed and things like that. They do allow, like I said, for some people who have allergies and things like that, or if the baby has allergies, for the newborn, the baby has allergies, they do allow substitutions for some people, but you will have to have a medical waiver. And this is one of the reasons I'm talking about the new waivers from the CARES Act. This is what it's changing. You don't have to physically be there every time it's time to I don't know if it's recertify or reapply. If I'm not mistaken, it's like every 3 months you would have to go up there. You don't have to do that because of social distancing. They are not requiring you. I can't even talk. Oh my gracious. They are not requiring you to do that. If for some reason you need a medical waiver, if you are already utilizing WIC, they are waiving that medical waiver at this time. If you are a new WIC person, a client, however you want to say it, you will still need that proof of pregnancy. You will still need these other things, and I think those are things that you can fax or either email. I'm not sure how they're doing it now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be by fax. And then at that point, it would go from there. They are now issuing remote benefits. So again, you don't have to actually go in there and actually show your face to get the benefits. They're automatically loading it onto your WIC card. And then the food package substitution waivers. That is a really big thing, in my opinion, because that allows, how do I word this? That allows flexibility. Because of the pandemic, because a lot of people are clearing the shelves. For whatever reason, they're clearing the shelves. The people that are using WIC and the people with young children that don't have WIC or even food stamps, for those people, it's very hard to find things because other people are buying them up in bulk. The food substitution waiver will allow them to kind of veer off from what WIC normally allows you to get. As far as if you had to get a 16-ounce pack of cheese, you can now get an 8-ounce pack of cheese if the 16 ounces available is not available. If you had to get I think it's a 12-ounce and like a 36-ounce box of cereal, I'm trying to go off of memory. If that's what was on the list, then you can now get a 24-ounce or a 11-ounce box of cereal. Like it's a few different changes, and I will notate it somewhere in this video or in the WIC video what the actual changes are. But it allows you to not have to be restricted to those simply because they know these items are not available. And then one of the my most favorite things, other than the food substitution, is they have a separation of duties waiver, to where you don't have to go, like I said earlier, you would go to this person to sign your paperwork, you would go to this person for counseling, this person for, whatever. You are with one person now. So once you call or once you do your email, whatever it is, however you're contacting the WIC office, you would be with that one person from that point on. It's not, okay, I'm going to transfer you to this, I'm going to do that. It's a one-person contact is what the separation of duties waiver is for. And that is universal throughout all of WIC. That's something that's just, they should have done it to begin with. I'm not going to go on a rant, but that's one of the main things, that the food package substitution, and that you don't actually have to go in to the offices, is one of the main things that the CARES Act changed with the WIC program. I need to jump in and do a quick update because when I first recorded this, I did not do the video because I knew there were updates coming very, very often. So I'm going to backtrack. The only states as of today, which is April 18th, 2020, the only states that have not been approved for the emergency additional food stamp benefit raise are Minnesota and Hawaii. Every other state is approved and will receive the extra benefits if you're not already receiving the maximum. Okay, that's all I have for this video as far as the maximum benefits that each state will be giving. And the WIC updates. I will do another video concerning the pandemic EBT, and I'll also do a video later in the week kind of giving a summary of everything. And if anything new pops up, I will definitely update you guys on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if it's big, I'll do a video. All right, you guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, share it, and you guys have a great week.